Good evening and welcome to the news. First, the headlines. G20 presidency handed over to India. Next year's summit to be held in New Delhi on 9th and 10th September. India and France review cooperation in defence, civil nuclear, trade, investment and new areas of economic engagement. Soon the state will have world-class sports, indoor as well as outdoor facilities in Shillong, said Chief Minister Conrad Sangma. And second Northeast Olympic Games conclude. Manipur tops the table with 85 gold medals. The news in detail. India was handed over the presidency of the G20 at the closing session of the G20 summit in Bali today. India will officially assume the G20 presidency from 1st of next month. At the closing session, Indonesian President Joko Widodo symbolically handed over the G20 presidency to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Speaking at the concluding session of G20 summit in Bali, Modi said, "It is a matter of pride for every Indian as the country takes over the presidency of the G20. He said, India is taking charge of the G20 at a time when the world is grappling with geopolitical tensions, economic slowdown, rising food and energy prices, and the long-term ill effects of the pandemic. The next G20 summit will be held on the 9th and 10th of September in New Delhi.
ऐसे समय विश्व G20 की तरफ आशा की नजर से देखता है। आज मैं ये आश्वासन देना चाहता हूं कि भारत की G20 अध्यक्षता इंक्लूसिव, एम्बिशियस, डिसिसिव और एक्शन ओरिएंटेड होगी।
India and France on Wednesday reviewed cooperation in defence, civil nuclear, trade, investment and new areas of economic engagement. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and French President Emmanuel Macron met in Bali on the sidelines of the G20 summit. Both leaders discussed regional and global developments. Modi also had bilateral talks with Singapore Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong. They discussed boosting avenues of India-Singapore cooperation in sectors including the green economy, renewable energy, financial technology and deepening trade relations. Modi described Singapore as an important pillar of India's Act East policy. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma presented the trophy to Team Meghalaya and also presented trophies to the best athletes, both male and female, above and below 21 in the second Northeast Olympic Games 2022 yesterday. Talking to reporters, Chief Minister Sangma said such tournaments were never organized in the Northeast. Even the first edition of the Northeast Olympic Games had around 1,500 athletes participating, but the number is double now. He said the government tried to work with limited infrastructure and lots have to be done in the future. Soon the state will have world-class sports indoor as well as outdoor facilities in Shillong. In Tura 2, close to Rs 125 crore infrastructure is in the verge of completion. Infrastructure improvement is a long exercise, but it is required for the state athletes to become world-class.
In GN complex in Shillong in Polo, and you will see that in the next year and a half we will have world-class indoor as well as outdoor facilities in Shillong. So infrastructure improvement is a very long drawn affair. It cannot happen in one day or 1 week, but yes, the effort is on, the focus is on it, and we realize that proper infrastructure is required to provide the space to our athletes to be able to become world-class athletes, and hopefully one day we'll win the Olympic Games also and Olympic medals also.
The closing ceremony for the second Northeast Olympic Games 2022 was held today at SAI Ground, Nehu. The Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma was the chief guest, and the guest of honour was Minister of Sports and Youth Affairs, Government of Meghalaya, Bante Dor Lyngdoh. About 3,000 participants from all around the Northeast have competed in 18 disciplines at 12 venues spread across the Shillong city in the last 6 days. Meghalaya won 36 gold, 35 silver and 78 bronze, whereas Manipur got 85 gold, 76 silver and 77 bronze. Assam, 81 gold, 60 silver and 60 bronze. Arunachal Pradesh got 41 gold, 37 silver and 38 bronze during the second Northeast Olympic Games 2022. Local MLA of Jowai, Wailatmiki Shilla, inaugurated the Conservancy truck shed, JCB and refuse compactor of Jowai Municipal Board at Jowai Municipal Board premises today in the presence of the Deputy Commissioner B.S. Solia and CEO Jowai Municipal Board B. Blah, among others. The Conservancy truck shed was constructed under grant in Aid Capital Asset 2020-21. The JCB and refuse compactor under 15th Finance Commission 2020-21 and the CC flooring under the 14th Finance Commission 2020-21 amounting 1 crore 13 lakh rupees. Shilla lauded the Jowai Municipal Board for its exceptional service rendered especially during the pandemic. Expressing that to keep Jowai town clean, bins have been purchased and distributed to households to make it easier to segregate the biodegradable from non-biodegradable waste. He urged the citizens of Jowai town to work in collaboration with JMB.
But kam la chibun, you the boy the proposal ha ka 15 finance yung second installment ko daw yo I hagini gisni ko daw wan. Ki wa pusuk ya kinong chong chnong yung so jo ai. Han naklam katte la jan goro ko question hi bon na phi ko ong bai la da khan katte le ka main hi the problem ko cha at ma to katte le ta wo yo I ya ka scientific lan fi.
The HSPDP President KP Pangyang, after the Central Executive Committee CEC meeting, informed that the CEC has discussed many important issues. He said the HSPDP has unanimously agreed that the party would be the permanent member of the National Federation of New States. This federation includes all the stakeholders like Garoland State Demand Committee, Gorkhaland, Bodoland and others. Pangyang also informed that they have discussed in depth the manifesto of the party before releasing it for the public. He said in the manifesto they have inserted many issues related to the state, one of its demands being the amendment to para 12AB of the 6th schedule of the Constitution of India. Secondly, the recognition of the Khasi language in the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India, and they also demanded for the implementation of ILP in the state.
Tripalan. Today, the HSPDP has unanimously resolved that to discuss and to reunite and to re-strengthening the position of our demand and to unitedly stand to support each other, and we will make clear voice, one voice to the Government of India.
And a quick look at the weather report. The maximum temperature recorded was 19.6 degrees Celsius, the minimum 9.8 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 69%, while that in the evening rose to 77%. The forecast? Weather is most likely to remain dry. Our news bulletin is also available live on our YouTube channel, Instagram and Twitter. In addition to watching on television, viewers may visit the DD News Shillong YouTube channel to tune in to our daily bulletin. And another look at the headlines before we wind up. G20 presidency handed over to India. Next year's summit to be held in New Delhi on the 9th and 10th of September. India and France review cooperation in defence, civil nuclear, trade, investment and new areas of economic engagement. Soon the state will have world-class sports, indoor as well as outdoor facilities in Shillong, said Chief Minister Conrad Sangma. And second Northeast Olympic Games conclude. Manipur tops the table with 85 gold medals. Well, viewers, that's all we have in this edition of the Bulletin. Join us again tomorrow evening for more news and updates.